Welcome, my name is Stefania and I'm the Customer Success Manager at Keela. Today, I'm going to walk you through the new data sync integration between Keela and Aplos. This integration is designed to bring your donation and accounting systems into perfect harmony. This integration is built to empower both your development and accounting teams by ensuring that financial data is accurately and properly tracked for accounting purposes. In essence, this one-way data sync brings both your online and offline transactions listed in Keela directly into your deposit and expense accounts in Aplos, aligning perfectly with your fund accounting requirements. Let's walk through how to set up this integration. To begin, you'll need an active Aplos account and administrative permissions in Aplos to configure the settings. If you don't have the administrative permissions, please contact your Aplos account admin first. In Keela, you're going to log in and you're going to navigate to Organization Settings and Integrations in the top navigation menu. Under our partners, you're going to select Aplos Connect Now button. You'll be then prompted to log into your Aplos account using your Aplos login credentials. Once logged in, you'll be asked to confirm that you'd like to connect your Keela account to your Aplos account. And you can click here Confirm to establish the connection. After confirming, you'll be brought to the Manage Your Keela integration page in Aplos. This is where you'll configure the logistics of your data sync. First, we want to enter the desired integration start date. So I'm going to go ahead and add it for today. Next, you'll confirm your deposits and expense account settings. When you connect to your accounts, deposit and expense accounts were automatically created in Aplos to match the payment processors in Keela. If you want to change this, simply click the drop down under each one in here. So you can go ahead and change it in here as well. Then you can set a default purpose in Aplos. This determines where Keela transactions will be sent if they don't have an assigned impact area. So I'm just going to do testing for the default one, and then you can go ahead and match your impact areas, which is specific Aplos purpose. So I'll do purpose 1, purpose 2, and then I'll do in-kind donations for this one. And at the bottom, if you need to exclude certain transactions from syncing, you have the option to set exclusion rules. You can select Keela transactions of a specific gift type, category, payment method, or impact area to exclude them from the sync. Please note that in-kind donations are currently excluded from syncing to Aplos. Once your settings are configured, you have two options. You can either save draft or you can click Start Integration to begin the sync on the date that you've selected. Once the integration is live, your online transactions from Keela will automatically sync to the contributions and deposits page in Aplos. Each Keela transaction will appear as a line item displaying details like the transaction date, reference ID, purpose, deposit account, amount, and a note field with additional details. You can make adjustment to your Aplos integration at any time, provided that you have the administrative permission. We've gone ahead and set up our integration settings on the Aplos side. Let's go back now here into Keela and see what the syncing of the transactions looks like. Let's go into fundraising and transactions. So right after we made the connection together here, I went ahead and created a $20 donation via credit card on Keela, which means that this is an online transaction. As we mentioned, online transactions are automatically synced from Keela to Aplos. We can see in here that this transaction was already synced, and we have in here a button where you can click it and then you can view the transaction in Aplos. Now let's talk about offline transactions. Offline transactions in Keela are manually synced into Aplos. They are going to follow the same mapping settings as your online transactions, but they do not automatically sync. Only transactions with a ready, failed, or skipped status can be manually synced. So let's go over here into fundraising again, and let's look at a transaction that is offline. In order to find your offline transactions, there's a different ways that you can do it. So I know this one, $2,000, is an offline because I have the ready status. Another way that we can find that is if you go into filters and we filter by the sync status, you can filter by anything that's ready, failed, or skipped so that you can go ahead and resync it manually. So let's go into this one in here. So if you click on actions, you can go ahead and click here sync with Aplos, and that will do the manual sync. Another way that you can go ahead and do it is if you select all of the transactions, you can click actions and sync with Aplos. Please keep in mind that if you select multiple transactions, it will only sync the transactions with either a ready status, a failed status, or a skipped status. Transactions with a failed status, that means that the transaction was tried to sync, but it failed. So you can try to attempt to resync the transaction over with a failed status. So let's click here, sync with Aplos, and then we click confirm. So that means that they were now going to be synced. And if we click here, we can see that now that the transaction is processing. It takes a couple seconds for it to move over to Aplos. Now we can see that the status is now changed. That means that the transaction has already been synced into Aplos. You can always check the sync status of a specific transaction by opening that specific transaction, or under the transactions in here, you can add a column to see the Aplos sync status. So if we go into columns, you can do here Aplos sync status, and you can see what's the sync status for your transactions on your account. With the Keela Aplos integration, managing your donor transactions and ensuring precise financial alignment just got significantly easier. If you have any further questions after watching this video, please refer to our article in the Keela Support Center or reach out to our support team.